Okay, let's continue with the next topic, cost and revenue functions. Okay, in any production, usually there's such a cost called fixed cost. And this is actually the costs which are independent of production level, meaning that if a factory functions or not, we still have to pay rent, we still have to pay insurance. Okay? So these are the costs that need to be paid even though the machines are not running. Okay? If there's no production, we still got to pay this type of cost. Whereas the variable costs are actually costs which vary according to production level. When the production level increases, we have to pay more overtime, we have to pay more for raw materials. Okay? So in other words, the total operating cost will be represented by C, and C is equal to the fixed cost plus variable cost. Okay? Next, the revenue obtained by a company or an organization will be equal to the unit selling price. Okay? The selling price for one unit of a product multiplied by the quantity of the products sold. Okay? So in short, we say R is equal to P, which is the price, times Q, representing the quantity. Okay? Next, the total profit obtained, which is represented by P, or sometimes the letter U, okay, will be equal to total revenue minus total cost. So if we take revenue minus cost, we will get profit. Okay? Let's look at an example here. Example 11. A factory produces a product worth 200 ringgit. The cost of raw materials and labor is 30 and 50 ringgit per unit respectively. Fixed costs are 100,000. Find the function for profit. So the word find the function. The word function means find an equation for profit. Okay? And then next, what is the profit if 10,000 units are sold? Okay? So let's start off with question A. In order to find the function of profit, we have to find the total cost as well as total revenue. Now, the variable cost here will be equal to 30, the raw material 30, times the quantity, plus 15 will be the labor cost. So 15 times Q. So we will get variable cost equal to 45Q. So next, to find the total cost is equal to variable cost plus fixed cost. So in this case, variable cost we have obtained as 45Q plus 100,000. Okay? So leave it as this. And then next, we need to find the total revenue, which is equal to P times Q. So P is the unit price of a product, which is 200 times quantity Q. Okay? And therefore, from here, the total profit is actually equal to total revenue minus total cost. So we have found just now, total revenue is 200Q, so minus total cost. Remember, put this in a bracket, okay? So 45Q plus 100,000. And then from here, we have to remove the bracket, so negative times 45 is negative, negative times 100,000 is negative. So 200Q minus 45 will give us 155Q minus 100,000. So that is the function of profit. P equals to 155Q minus 100,000. Next, for question B, if 10,000 units of the products are sold, then the profit, which is obtained from section A, so which is 155Q. So the Q replaces with 10,000 minus 100,000. So from here, this will give us 1,550,000 minus 100,000. So the answer will be equals to 1,450,000 ringgit. So that is the profit obtained. Okay? Let's look at another example. Example 12. Assuming the cost of producing 10 units of a given product is 40 ringgit.
Betul.
While that of...
Dia lepas ke bawah. Lepas ke bawah.
Okay, let's look at example 12 now. Assuming the cost of producing 10 units of a given product is 40 ringgit. So remember 10 units is 40 ringgit, while that of 20 units is 70 ringgit. If the cost fee is linearly means straight line, related to production quantity Q, find the linear equation that links C to Q. And then the cost required to produce 35 units of the product. Okay, let's look at first question. The linear equation is given by y equals to mx plus c. So in this case, y is represented by c, and then x is represented by q. Okay? So when q is equal to 10, c is 40. So we substitute q equals to 10, c 40 into this equation. We will get 40 equals to 10m plus c. Let's say this is equation 1. Then we substitute q equals to 20, c equals to 70 into this equation. We will get 70 equals to 20m plus c. Let's say equation 2. So from here, we eliminate the c by taking equation 2 minus equation 1. Okay, so we have 70 minus 40 will give us 30. 20m minus 10m will be equals to 10m. Therefore, m is equals to 3. Alright? Then once we have found m equals to 3, substitute into equation 1 or equation 2, you will get c equals to 10. Okay? Alright. So from here, we substitute into the equation c equals to mq plus c. Therefore, we will get c equals to m, substitute with 3, and then c substitute with 10. So the function of cost will be equals to 3q plus 10. Alright? So using the function of this cost that we have just obtained, find the value of cost. Yeah, find c when q equals to 35. So we substitute into c equals to 3q plus 10. Q substitute with 35. So we will get 105 plus 10. The answer will be equals to 115. Okay? Alright, let's move on to the last topic on break-even point analysis. So what is break-even point analysis? Now sometimes a company makes money, sometimes a company loses money. There will be a time where the company does not make profit or does not run at a loss. Okay? So how do we determine that? Okay? Now let's look at the graph here.